I am super excited to mention these dessert fake outs. What do you mean by that, Jan? Take a look at the thumbnail. Well, you clicked on it, so you saw it. You see a strawberry shortcake, right? And you see chocolate eclairs. And I made it a certain way that my mom would love it. Oh, yeah, I made both of those desserts. Hard to believe. And I'm no baker. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Jan. Welcome to another episode on this channel, the Save Money More with Jan channel. How you doing today? Hope everybody's doing well. We're getting near the time of the year where, the spring holidays will be coming up, right? Easter time, all that good stuff. And we start looking for certain things. And I remember my mom used to love to really enjoy what I used to do. If you look at the thumbnail later on, take a look at the picture on the right side of the thumbnail. You're going to see a bunch of chocolate eclairs. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Does that not look delish? Well, what I used to do is I would take some of that Boston cream out from the inside of these prepared chocolate eclairs when they used to go on sale from that company. I don't get a dime for mentioning them. It's a local company, but some areas in the country can get them. The company's called Entenmann's. Remember Entenmann's? Anybody out there remember Entenmann's? Well, they make a really, really excellent chocolate eclair. Okay, it sort of tastes sort of like a Boston cream type of thing. It has like a chocolate glaze on the outside, has like a yellow cream on the inside. It's quite good. The yellow cream though is okay. I wouldn't say it's like great in terms of. I mean, it depends if you like that yellow kind of cream. My mom instead preferred chocolate eclairs like bakery style with real whipped cream in it, like she recalls when she was growing up, because a lot of the bakeries back in the olden days used a lot of real whipped cream, like made from actual cream. So that's what I would do. So if you look carefully at that plate, it looks amazing. I would take those chocolate eclairs that are already prepared. I take away the yellow cream. There was a residual left, which I purposely left residual left inside of it, not too much. But I would make my own whipped cream from scratch, and everybody kind of sort of knows how to make that. Literally just take heavy whipping cream and whip it up. I would take a little bit of confectionery sugar and a capful of vanilla, and it was amazing, amazing. So I'd make that cream. I would cut them in half carefully because they were delicate. I would carefully spoon out the insides of the eclair, hold and reserve the chocolate, not the chocolate, the yellow cream to the side. Maybe somebody else just wants to eat it because it's like pudding, really. So that's what I would do, cut it in half, and I would get like 8 halves out of it. But inside I would reinsert my heavy whipping cream. Whoa, put that in the refrigerator. Does that not look like I worked and worked and worked on making those chocolate eclairs? Oh, no. It looks like I did, right? Yes, it does look like I did, but I didn't do that. All I did was cut them in half, clean out the inside, reserve that yellow pudding type substance, was delicious actually, and just eat it as pudding. But my mother wanted real whipped cream in there. Amazing. That looks like I worked on it all day. Makes a great presentation. So you could try that trick anytime with pre-bought chocolate eclairs. Okay, there you go. And if they're not made with real whipped cream, well, my mother just didn't like it. Anyway, so moving on to the left side. Now, I had a friend whose husband loves strawberry shortcake. Well, there are two versions that I make at home. There's the one where I take actually a box of simple, very simple yellow cake mix, and then I just literally make a, again, heavy whipped cream and just strawberries, fresh strawberries. That's as simple as you could get. But believe it or not, there's even a simpler one that. It's very, very simple, very simple. I almost feel guilty. Okay, so the one you're looking at is the one that I made from scratch with, boxed yellow cake mix. Okay, then I sort of just decorated it and, had fun with that. All right. But what I did one night, I got a last minute call that my friend and her husband were coming over. I was like, okay, what do they like? What do I have? And it was like totally last minute call. I said, well, I have a time constraint, but I also have heavy whipping cream. That only takes a couple of minutes. I had some strawberries. Good, good. But I also had a pound cake, like a pound cake, like get any pound cake of your choice. And the same company had a box of Entenmann's loaf cake. It's like a plain cake. I said, aha, the light bulb went off in my head. So what did I do? Did my heavy whipping cream, cleaned up the strawberries. I had everything assembled, done in no time. It looks like I worked on that thing all day. I was trying to find that picture, but rest assured, it was so cute. Just imagine a loaf with the cream and the strawberries around it. You could just take a loaf of that cake as a blank canvas. Another night, what I did. Now, my mother used to also, rest her soul, she knows I'm talking about her. Chocolate frosting. You know the one in the can, that chocolate frosting in the can? That lasts a while. If you put it in the freezer, okay, you could get a couple uses out of it because we didn't really use a lot of it, but it did work. So what I did was I took some out, I let it go to room temperature. I had another one of those not yellow, excuse me, Entenmann's loaf cakes. Okay, it's like a pound cake. So what I did was I cut it across into a couple of layers. I inserted a very thin layer of the chocolate frosting inside. Then I took the remaining chocolate frosting, right? And then I sort of frosted it on the outside. It looked like I worked on it all day. The whole thing from start to finish probably took me less than 8 minutes from start to finish. It was delish. By the way, those combinations of flavors, the with that loaf cake and the chocolate frosting is quite good. You might be able to do that, transform something that you already have sitting in your home or in your pantry. It's just like a lot of fun. And I think I might have shown you my banana cream pie in the past. I could do that in the future too. But I'll tell you one thing: you don't have to spend a ton of money. You don't have to spend a ton of work. This is where a lot of people miss the mark. They think that, luxurious dessert has to be super expensive or super tons and tons of ingredients or tons and tons of labor. No, 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 no. Get a couple of favorites, right? Favorite items, and then put it together and doctor up. So going back to my friends that had stopped over that night, that was like, when I had it, I knew they were on their way. So I put the strawberry shortcake out. And when they came over to visit, they're like, no, you did not go to all that trouble. I said, nope, I did not go to all that trouble. And they were like, huh? I just put on a pot of coffee after that, and we just, had a lot of fun. So there are ways, literally, and there are ways, and you could still have that fun feel and abundance feel without spending too much, but always having that something ready. That's why when you go on your grocery store shopping, try to include instant puddings, sugar free. For example, you might want to keep a couple. You don't know if a guest needs to have sugar-free stuff or whatever, or for your own needs, but always keep a box of 2 or 3 of those instant chocolate puddings, chocolate or vanilla, whatever flavor. I would suggest to get both or a different flavor for something completely different. But the standards I like to reach out to are the chocolate ones, the banana ones, and of course the French vanilla types, which is absolutely, absolutely wonderful. They even have one called cheesecake, which I guess is pretty good. I think I used it once, if I look back. But to have them available to create desserts, and dessert does not have to require a lot of fuss. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate everybody's time. Don't forget to click like, click like, share, and consider subscribing, or just subscribe.